Hello. Okay, so we're just going to give it a couple minutes for everybody to come into the room and then we will get started. So, wow. Who is in the room right now? You never know, when people pop up, you see a number, you don't see who it is. So we'll just wait for a few and see who all joins us today. And we'll probably have like a really short discussion today. Because I haven't gotten my video totally completed out. It's almost there. It just it takes time. It takes time. So I hope you're having a good afternoon. If you have any questions right now about where we're at on working with the inner child, please state those questions so I can answer them. Hi, Nancy. So we're going to give it a few minutes for anybody to come into the room. Nancy, I know you don't have any questions going on with the inner child because I asked you this morning, unless something developed since then. Something developed since then. It's going to probably, to be honest, it's probably going to take me the rest of today and part of tomorrow to finish out that video. Because, when my guides are on me and saying, hey, you got to really put the time into this, then I'm going to pay attention and do exactly what they tell me to do. It's not that I was meaning to be slacking. It's that Mercury in retrograde threw me a hand of cards too. So that hand of cards, kind of ended up taking priority, like getting vehicles taken care of and things like that. Finding out that half my pins don't work that we need. Things like that. So are you having a good day? I like to play with my cards when I'm on the when I'm on the live stream here. And I'll put those down. So kind of waiting on your response. Oh, you're having a pretty good day? My day's starting to get a lot smoother. It's getting a lot smoother. The more I work on the picture, the better I'm feeling. So I know that, my anxiety going on with it is because I haven't completed it out and I feel like an ass, for being that way. And I didn't mean to be that way. It just kind of ended up that way. It feels like, it's my inner child thing is blooming out with the new moon coming in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's not a big deal. So, and I might be on a delay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My internet's been, I noticed when I was on the phone earlier when we did morning show that there was a delay reaction coming off the phone than what was coming on to the computer, what I could see on the computer. So that was interesting. Hi, Shatika. So I was letting Nancy know. Well, we got 4 people in the room now. We'll just wait for a second, and we got a few new people joining. So they'll be doing their catch up with the videos and things like that. So I know that Mercury in retrograde kind of slowed down the course of action, but in a lot of ways, I kind of feel like it was needed because it seems like everybody except for 2 people are still not done with the beginning of what we started. So I'm actually going to be doing not just the video with the 4 layers of protection. We're going to be doing a video on something creative, artistic this weekend as well, because I finally got my studio almost completed out. I'm gonna actually purchase a carpet for the corner so that we can start doing our meditation work. But that kind of got put on hold. So now I'm ready to go down and get a carpet to put down so I have a spot to sit. The floor's not done yet. So I've been in the house instead of out in my work area, which kind of made a little bit out of balance for me, but um, I'm getting back on it now, so things will be running a lot smoother. I feel like everybody is doing pretty good. I noticed that throughout the month of November, as Mercury was retrograde, there was some fine tuning that had to occur. There was some positive energy that had to be placed. There was some releasing and letting go going on throughout that Mercury retrograde. And I know that every single member went through that, especially everybody I had appointments with. Like everybody I had appointments with, we were doing some kind of tuning. So sometimes when you start working on an aspect of yourself, it can take, a moon phase. It can take a little extra time. As long as we're done working with the chakras and auras and everything like that by the end of January, I'm good with it. The reason why is because come January, we're going to be working the wheel of manifestation, the wheel of creation, how we want that to come in, how we want that to move. So that's the big schedule I want to keep on to. The working with the selves, it takes time to develop that out. It takes time to move that energy forward. It takes time for us to develop and balance with our inner child, our middle self, our higher self, and getting those chakras lined out and aligned and moving that energy through. Now, when we're doing this kind of work, it's really, really important to try to get like at least 10 minutes a day with your inner child, even if you're bebopping with your inner child going down the road when you're coming home from work, or going to work. Visualize your inner child sitting in the seat right next with you. Visualize your inner child there with you. That way your inner child feels that connection. Let them sit in your lap and drive with you. Let them look down the road, let them feel a part of you. And it's just keeping in mind they're with you. Keeping in mind they are there. And if you've got some anxiety going on, instead of looking at what's this person or that person over there doing, go, okay, what's going on with my inner child? Because anxiety builds up from the time that we are infants. If our parents had anxiety when they were pregnant, we could have anxiety at birth, and it could just be something that developed during the time of a pregnancy, even. As we've gone through into working these layers, and how last week we went through and we worked these layers and we put it all together. Since we started working these layers, I've literally been watching the code and the design coming through from my energy layers, showing me what needed healed up, showing me what needed released out, showing me, I still have a little ways to go, showing me that I need to take and recreate energy all the way through every layer and do healing work within it. And the first thing that came to me right after we did this is I was like, you know what? I need to be drinking my Angelica cinnamon and honey tea, for this recreation energy, for this balancing out. Hey, Lois, or well, I'll call you Lois because that's you, but hi. So, it's kind of like when we're working this energy through, it doesn't happen overnight, especially if we're doing it for ourselves. It happens, like, say, for instance, I can go and I can do an energy healing on somebody, clear them like clear as a daisy. They may have to like come back maybe once or twice to just release from some other stuff and then come back and be put back together again. And then they're good to go. Happy as shavers, feeling the light, feeling the happy. They got, my wing around them and everything like that. But then, as it's told, working on yourself brings in a deeper, more aligning understanding of yourself and what it is you're ignoring that needs to be taken care of no matter what. And so when we get into that vibration, we get into that energy, we have to examine when we look at a wound, we have to examine what that memory is that's linked into that wound. Into the wound or wherever it's at, we've got to look at, and mine is in the womb right now. Like mine is at first chakra, at base energy. Mine is at grounding and foundation and bringing that foundational energy in. Mine is in that spot where it's like, okay, so I got my alignment going on. Now let's see what it is that's blocking my forward motion and wherever it's at. So I've been doing like really late night deep meditation, cleaning out the first, second, and third chakra. And as I've been cleaning those out and as I've been healing those, which we're going to be doing some meditation work too. I am going to pick up a carpet this weekend. So I'm like, oh, finally, we start doing our meditations and we can have those on video as well. But working through these three chakras right here, it's everything that hits home base. It's everything that hits the physical, like the physical world. You know, it's things that are going through the physical, into the emotional, and into the mental state of mind. And so if there's been like anything from past that wasn't healed up, that wasn't taken care of, your inner child is bringing it to the surface, to the forefront for you to see as much as you can handle at a time. And does this make sense with some of the stuff you guys have been going through with your inner child? Like, is this making sense? We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show these layers that we're gonna put on our chart right on this one. I will finish this one out on video with you guys this weekend, but that video is taking me a little bit to get created, you know, because it's fine detail. So the first layer you're going to want to put, now all of these are inside, all these colors, all these layers, the 7 layers, they are inside of your aura. They're inside of your auric shield. They're creating within the aura, going clockwise motion. Okay, it's always clockwise unless you're cleansing, and then it's counterclockwise. And we're going to get into, you know, doing clearing work and how to heal up our energy. It's probably going to be going a lot quicker now that Mercury is going direct and my communication antenna is working right. It's like I had my psychic going on, but it was like, okay, why am I having a hard time with this part of it? And it's because my inner child really wanted me to work with her and really get deep with it and go straight to the core, like I had mentioned this morning. And so, you know, when you're working these 7 layers, you're looking 1 week for each layer, to be honest with you. When I was teaching this course and teaching this class, when I was 24 years old, that's how long it's been since I taught an aura class. But I was superb with it too. So during that period of time, I did all my meditation, had all the work done ahead of time, and then I was ready. You know, I was ready for it. This time I kind of got like pulling in and not totally ready for it, but we get to do it together. So the way I look at that, it was meant to happen that way, and I'm grateful for it. But to really, really get to the full healing ability you have for yourself, and that you can be doing with other people and doing within this working, and the recreating of yourself and your own energy and learning how to run those energies, it really takes a full week for each chakra. It really does. So we may end up having like a lot of chakra stuff going on. And during that period of time, I might throw out there some videos on how to make a dream catcher that helps you cleanse out your aura and your chakras and everything while you're sleeping. I've already got the product for that. I've just been kind of waiting out for my space up there so we can get on it. You might learn some herbal mixtures, some herbal teas, things that are going to be healing you up. So it's going to be getting more exciting than what it's been. That space, if my space isn't set, it's like, where am I going to do this? You know, because right now I'm in like a 12 by 12 space waiting for my space. You know, we got the staircase built because it broke with me on it. It was like, oh my God. So it's like, no. Like literally, I was coming down the staircase and boom! I'm like, oh my God, I can't even go up my staircase. It was crazy. So my son fixed it. My son fixed it. So there was a few things. I had a little bit of corkscrews going on myself. But, you know, it's all within that root chakra. It's all within that foundational energy. And without that foundational energy beneath us, we're not stable, like all the way stable. Things don't run quite right. And so, you know, I really got hit with root chakra the entire month of November. And root chakra is like, okay, we're really going to work this out. We're really going to work this out. I'm like, we're going to work it out. And so I had to really go into some healing womb, divine feminine healing energy when we started working with yin and yang last week. And all week long, I've been working with womb energy. And now it's developing into me seeing the vision of starting it with the fetus and moving all the way up, you know, and really going deep with it. So, you know, you get to the second layer, that's when we get to play with the finances. That's when we get to play with the money. That's when we start getting to play with manifesting and creating. But foundation has to be created first. You know, root chakra work must be done first. And so we are working on the etheric layer. And instead of me creating the class, what, you know, before and ahead of time, I'm working it at the same time you are. And so it actually kind of puts me more at where you guys would be on the lessons than where I'd be if I had written it ahead of time. And I'm going, okay, well, this is how it was meant to be though. Because if I had done it a different way, I wouldn't be able to see where everyone was coming from, where everybody needed to work on, you know, because I'm very empathic to you guys. I don't know if you know that, but when one of you gets a headache, sometimes I can feel that crud. And I'm like checking my aura, checking my energy, going, okay, what's going on with me? Just totally checking and scanning myself. If I don't see anything on myself, I start checking you guys. And then as sure as can be, a lot of times there's something there and I'm going, okay, something's going on with that. And that needs to clear out and be released. Okay, so I'm going to help them do that. So I put some nice positive energy there. And so, you know, it's not that I'm being selfish with time. I'm not. I'm moving at the pace that I would move if I had never, ever done it before, which doesn't really make sense to me, but apparently that is what is meant to happen right now. And then once we get into the manifestation phase, so we are going into root chakra working right after I get the next video done, which I'm halfway through the video. I'm halfway through the video, but I'm not all the way through the video. And it's because I have to pause it and then I have to restart it in between things. But that's okay. That's, you know, pretty much what you guys have had to do as well. Am I right? Like on the in-between of things, you guys are working on things, but then you have to go back to it because your schedules are busy. Your energy is busy. You've had a lot of things you've had to do. And so we are getting through these. We will finish it out. We will get it done. So we're going to go ahead and start with the first layer right around here. And I'll draw it on this one for you. And the color is pink. Why are we using pink? Because pink is the color of unconditional love. There are 4 layers of protection that should be placed on your outer aura. And I'll give a lot more detail on it, but I want to go ahead and kind of get your guys' minds going and started in on that. So we're working as a unit here. You've got pink. And pink is the color of unconditional love, which makes it where nothing lower than the vibration of unconditional love can pierce through this color of your shield. So you're going to surround yourself with the vibration. Let me just go ahead and draw it on here. The vibration of unconditional love and unconditional light. Positive energy, positive flow, positive thinking, feelings of safety, feelings of passion, creation, bringing in a shield of love all the way up. I messed that up a little. All the way around your aura. That's why I've got this decoy one here, which I can actually feel it when I'm doing it. But it's my decoy one because my inner child one's not done yet. So going all the way around, all the way around, and all the way around, clockwise, from either one, top to bottom, or two, bottom to top. But you want to go clockwise with this. You want to go all the way around with this. And you know what's interesting is I messed up right there on that shield. That spot on my aura, I had a huge patch that I had to put into my aura on the left side right there. And it was a huge patch. Okay, this will be here for you later, Shatika, no problem. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and start it with the first layer, which is the layer of love. And so today sometime, put this energy all around your auric shield. And for one day, visualize pink all around your auric shield all day long. So you want to visualize your regular energy, and then the pink layer on the outside, that only unconditional love and only unconditional light can come into your auric shield. And anything where there's any holes, anything that may have gone through your auric shield that does not belong there, most likely as you're drawing, you're going to see something like this happen with your drawing, that there is something there, okay? And that's going to show you where there might be a little bit of corrosion, something that's going on that needs to be cleansed and healed out. So that is the first layer. Now the second layer is your layer of protection. Layer of protection. Now layers of protection usually either come in a blue or they come, okay, wait, a circle of love, a circle of light. Sorry about that. The next layer is a circle of light. Anything that is not of the light cannot enter past this shield. Okay, so first of all, you're surrounded in love. Second of all, you're surrounded in divine and holy light. So you want to use a color that's going to represent light. I chose a highlighter because it's bright and it looks right to me when I look at the aura and I look at the soul energy. It looks right to me. So you're going to use a really bright light color, which I found a highlighter works perfect because they're kind of like the same color as a light bulb. And you're going to put a circle of light all the way around on the outside circle of your circle of love. All the way around. I'll finish that up and I'll show it to you. And as you're doing this, you're visualizing that this circle of light goes all around your inner child. It goes all around you. It goes all the way around your entire body system. Okay? So see it going all the way on the outside of that. Now you can make it thicker if you'd like, but I've got a lot of words there, so I'm not going to. Like I said, you'll be getting an updated, better video after this, but I want to give you something to work with this weekend and something to work with until I get that video out. So all the way through there. And then the circle of protection. Now usually the protection energy is up to you. The protection energy is literally up to you and what you choose it to be. Okay, you may choose green for the color of earth. Maybe you want to blend in. Maybe that's the feeling you need around you is green. Blue, very protective, spiritual protection, awareness, psychic protection. And then there is purple, which is protection and the ability to transmute energies around you. So when I'm doing my circle of protection, I'm going to go with what my psyche is telling me. I'm going to go with that vibration my psyche is telling me. Because if I'm in a spot or an area or a location where I need to camouflage out, I'm going to use green, so I can fit in. If I'm going to use, and so that my vibration isn't shooting way high. Say I'm in an area where there's a lot of negative and low vibration, and I don't want to attract somebody to me. I'm going to visualize green because then I can fit in. Then I can fit in, and it kind of gives you the earth shielding energy. Now, if I'm going to use spiritual protection or I need something to kind of like burn away, I'm going to be using blue. Okay. If it is on that high vibrational energy that I need to get to transmute, I am going to use purple and purple protection. So we are going to use purple today. Today we are using purple. Okay, so we're going to start the purple, and I'm going to go all the way around, clockwise motion, and the whole time I'm thinking purple protection, circle of protection. Protection is all around me. Protection all around me, and I'm visualizing it grow up my aura as I'm drawing it. As I'm drawing it, I'm watching it circle all the way around my aura. Now, purple is the highest color you can go. All right. As a human being, purple is the highest color that you can go. And a lot of people never even reach that color. You will. Okay. So purple is the most protective. Why? Because it's pink and it's blue. And those two colors together create the purple violet flame. Okay. So pink and blue make purple. So you've got that purple. So you got love, pink, yellow, light, purple, protection. And we'll get to reflection in just a second. And you're putting the shield all the way around you. Now I like to use pen. And you'll see that in the video that's coming up, because when I use pen, I really get into the detailed work of what I'm doing. As you saw in my angel cards, I go very detailed with my art. And the reason why is because I believe, actually, I know that the first art that was ever created, the first language ever created, was pictures. And the more detail that was within the picture, the better the blueprint in the manifestation. So yeah, so now you got that purple layer of protection all the way around your circle of light and your circle of love, protecting your circle of light, protecting your circle of love, protecting your aura, protecting your energy fields, and your 7 layers of your etheric layers, as well as your 7 energy bodies. All right, so you have that protection there now. And now we are going to move into the circle of reflection. The circle of reflection reflects out any and all negative energies and vibrations, just like a mirror would. So when you're doing this one, you're putting on a mirror. You're literally like you're inside of a gazing ball that mirrors things out. Nothing's getting through this sucker. They got to look at themselves before they can cause you harm. Okay, so this is why I do it in silver. So, you want to use silver. You don't want to go and go, oh, I'm going to have a circle of reflection and I'm going to make it gold. No, man, it doesn't work that way. if you go that direction with it, let me make sure my pen's working. Okay, I got one of them's gonna work. This is why I gotta go get new pens. Okay, so there we go. Is this one gray or more silvery? No. Okay. I literally use my pens until they're just gone. All right, so now we're gonna start with silver, okay? And when you're putting this on, you wanna visualize that there is a silver orb being created around you that reflects out harmful energy, the evil eye even. For somebody got an evil eye on you, this is the color you want to use. This is the way you want to do it, okay? So you take the silver and you start going around it. Now, this isn't really a total silver color coming out with this pen here, but on the other picture there will be. I am going to pick up brand new pens. I just have to drive like 2 hours to get them. So, but I have to go there anyways because I want to get a great big writing board for you guys. I want to get one of those marker boards so I can stand up and teach classes the way I used to. I think I moved better that way. So putting the shield of reflection all the way around. So, you know, if somebody is projecting negative energy at you, you know, one practice I do use is the power of your projection will meet your own reflection. And then I don't have to deal with it. So, because they can only do it to themselves. They're not allowed to do it to you. You're supposed to be protected. You're supposed to be shielded. You know, there's ways in this world that you don't have to do any negative thing towards any person at all. You just have to know the proper shielding, the proper protection, and then let your protection do the work. Let your protection do the work. This way you don't have bad karma and you don't have to pay out karma. They can deal with their own stuff. You get to be happy. And this is one of the ways I found that really, really helps in creating the proper shields so that your happiness isn't getting taunted. You're not getting stumbling blocks coming in from people's ill will wishings. You have protection, and this protection stays with you. And once you get it drawn, once you get it on there, hang on, it's almost done. There we go. Once you get that shield, that fourth layer, that shield of divine protection around you, what is going to come forward is you're going to instantly feel a shift in your energy. You're going to instantly feel that shift. You're going to instantly feel that vibration going outward. So if it's negative ill will thinking, things like that, astral reports, things like that, you're going to get to a point where you're able to start visualizing your auric shield closing up and all those protection layers coming together all at once to reflect that energy out and keep you safe from those lower vibrational energies. And this will help with your empathy. This will help protect your manifestations. This will help protect your desires. And this will help bring in that higher vibrational energy that you want to have in your life instead of getting hit with all those lower vibrational energies coming off of other people, coming off of areas, coming off of bad situations. And literally, as you learn how to cleanse out your aura and you learn how to cleanse out your chakras, once the stuff goes out, it can't get back in with those four shields. So it's a shield of love, a shield of light, a shield of protection, and a shield of reflection. And that is how you do it. And so as you're making this, I want you to visualize these energies going around you and your own personal aura. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will answer those questions. Nancy, I did see you left me a couple of comments and I will answer those today. And I love you very much. and I've got an appointment, so I'm going to go ahead and get off and get to it. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, wait. Have a great day. You too, Nancy girl. Bye-bye.